Steve Harvey, let's keep this funky. Steve Harvey is on his third marriage. His third wife was mistress to his second wife. Yet, black people have anointed this the oracle when it comes to black dating.
With all the emails and the text messages and the different things that were that I was finding out about, I thought the least that he could do, make me whole at the end of it.
It looks like Mary Harvey is not letting any hidden detail about Marjorie Harvey slide. She has been going back and forth for years, calling Steve and Marjorie bullies after claiming they tried to silence her and drain her financially. At the same time, she keeps putting attention on what she believes is Marjorie's carefully crafted image and questionable past. Now Mary is saying her whole life could have turned out completely different if Marjorie had never entered the picture as Steve's alleged paid companion and pushed her out of her own home. People have heard rumors about Steve and Marjorie for years, but the deeper this story goes, the more people start questioning how much effort and money went into building that polished family image they showed to the public. Because according to the drama surrounding them, things behind closed doors may have looked very different. If there is one person many people say got the roughest treatment in Steve Harvey's past relationships, it is his ex-wife, Mary Shackelford. Mary was married to Steve from 1996 to 2005, and she ended up right in the middle of the chaos when Marjorie reportedly came into Steve's life while his fame and fortune were growing fast.
It's like somebody snapped their finger and there was no marriage between us, you know?
Right.
It was like, boom.
According to Mary's side of the story, she believes Marjorie saw an opportunity and wanted in on the lifestyle and celebrity status. When Mary first met Steve, he had already separated from his first wife and family because he reportedly felt he was holding back his career goals. At the time, Mary reportedly did not even know Steve was still legally married, and she allowed him to stay with her for years while he was trying to build himself up. Back then, Steve was nowhere near the level of fame and money he later reached, and many people believe Mary played a major role in helping him grow his career from the ground up. Even after they got married and she allegedly discovered he still had another family connected to his past, Mary reportedly tried to keep things peaceful. According to the stories surrounding the situation, she made sure Steve handled his child support responsibilities and stayed connected to his children from his first marriage.
When I think about how quickly he moved forward from me to Marjorie, that was disturbing.
Mary and Marcia, Steve's first wife, were also said to have a respectful relationship despite the complicated situation. When Steve wanted to open a comedy club, but reportedly did not have enough money to make it happen, Mary allegedly stepped in with $250,000 from her own savings to help complete the purchase. She also handled the interior design work herself, so he could avoid piling up even more expenses. With their finances tied together, their lives deeply connected, and children becoming part of the picture, Mary believed her marriage with Steve was stable and secure. But while she felt confident about their future, reports claim Marjorie had quietly re-entered Steve's life and was slowly gaining influence behind the scenes. Now, if you ask Steve and Marjorie how they first met, they usually tell the same polished story they have repeated for years. According to them, Marjorie attended one of Steve's early comedy shows. He spotted her in the crowd, told everyone she would become his wife one day, and everything took off from there.
So I came late, came down front with my girlfriend. Our seats were right here at the front, right by the stage. So we were sitting here. The stage was here. So he's just quiet. He just keeps staring at me. So I'm waiting on him to make me a part of the show so we can get on with the show. So he stayed quiet so long, staring at me. Now everybody in the club is looking at me. And so he finally realized, okay, I got to say something. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna marry her.
But critics and online rumors have painted a much messier version of how their relationship actually developed. According to those claims, Marjorie was not interested in Steve at first because he was struggling financially and still trying to establish himself in the entertainment world. At the time, Steve reportedly did not have the fame, money, or status he later became known for, and some people claim Marjorie kept her distance because of that. Marjorie's past has also been surrounded by years of speculation and controversy. Reports and gossip linked her to people involved in criminal activity, including major figures connected to the drug trade in Memphis. She was previously married to Jim Townsend, who was later convicted on serious drug-related charges. Over the years, rumors online even gave Marjorie controversial nicknames tied to those allegations, though many of those claims have never been fully verified publicly. There were also reports that she left the University of Memphis during that period as attention around her personal life continued growing. After Jim was sentenced to prison, reports claim Marjorie later became involved with Darnell Woods, who was also connected to criminal investigations and later faced federal charges himself. During all this chaos, people close to the gossip scene claimed Marjorie was trying to rebuild her life while dealing with financial struggles, public rumors, and intense scrutiny surrounding the men connected to her past. Marjorie reportedly realized that if she wanted a more stable and wealthy lifestyle, she needed to be connected to someone building success through legal business and entertainment instead of constant legal trouble. Around that same time, Steve's career was starting to explode, and people say she reconnected with the same man she had turned down years earlier. Steve was writing major success from the Kings of Comedy era and quickly becoming one of the biggest names in comedy and television. But according to rumors surrounding the situation, Marjorie allegedly knew she could not just walk straight back into Steve's life without a plan. Some reports claim she first became close with Steve's bodyguard, Big Boom, which eventually helped her get closer access to Steve himself. By the time everything settled, gossip around the situation claimed Marjorie had become romantically involved with Steve while he was still married to Mary. According to the allegations, Steve reportedly wanted to keep the relationship private and separate from his marriage for as long as possible. Reports claim he helped pay for an apartment for Marjorie and covered many of her expenses. Whenever Steve traveled for work or appearances, people close to the rumors claimed Marjorie was often with him, while Mary was allegedly given different explanations about the trips.
The housekeeper, she brought it to me, and when she handed it to me, it was almost like that package burned my hand. I knew it was something crazy. I didn't want to look in it, but of course I had to look in it. So I opened it and I'm reading this letter. And the more I'm reading this letter, and her wording is so defined, it was like somebody was rolling tape.
As the relationship reportedly became more serious, tensions behind the scenes only grew stronger. According to claims tied to the situation, Marjorie eventually contacted Mary directly and revealed details about their relationship with Steve. There were even reports that she called Mary at home to make it clear she was not planning to leave the picture anytime soon. According to Mary's account of the situation, the moment she confronted Steve about the alleged affair, his attitude toward her completely changed, and he became distant very quickly. Once the divorce process officially started, Mary later claimed she began seeing a side of Steve she had never fully experienced before, especially as tensions between both sides kept growing.
It's easy for him to come to court and say, oh, this woman has no job. Socially, she is of no significance. She has no moral support or no emotional support, which I did not have, because everyone shifted to his side of the table, so to speak, because at that moment I did become insignificant.
The divorce reportedly became a long and bitter legal battle because Mary believed she deserved a fair share after years of supporting Steve and helping build their life together. Meanwhile, rumors surrounding the split claimed Steve and Marjorie were determined to move forward without giving Mary what she felt she was owed. Mary also made emotional claims involving their son, Winton. She alleged that during parts of the custody dispute, she noticed physical marks and bruises on him after visits, though no accusations were legally proven against either Steve or Marjorie. Mary reportedly filed a police report because she was concerned about what she observed. After authorities closed the investigation without charges, Steve later filed for full custody of Winton. Because Steve reportedly had access to stronger legal resources and high-priced attorneys, Mary claimed she struggled to keep up during the court battle. In the end, Steve was awarded custody, and Mary later spoke publicly about how painful it was to spend less time with her son afterward. She also claimed the situation damaged her relationship with him over the years.
Financially, my life is in a shamble. That is absolutely true. But it's been like that since 2005.
Why,
so this
though?
is nothing.
But why is it in shambles?
Because we have a man of power and authority, and he used that in the court.
After speaking out for a long time about everything she says happened behind closed doors, Mary now appears to have gained more public attention and support from people revisiting the story. One person commented, "Everybody knew that Marjorie was for the streets. The only one who thought he could change that was Steve." Another person wrote, "People talking about Steve Harvey forget that he abandoned his first wife and kids the moment he started making money and fame, cheated on his second wife, Mary, with Marjorie, and later married her." Others defended Mary and said the situation was deeper than people trying to blame one woman or another. One comment said, "It has got nothing to do with women. It's a lesson. If she is an angry woman, she has a right to be. She was with him when he was a nobody and had nothing." As more people revisit the history between Steve, Mary, and Marjorie, the internet keeps split right down the middle. Some believe Mary has every reason to keep speaking out after everything she claims happened during the marriage and divorce. Others feel there are still too many unanswered questions and missing details behind the story that the public may never fully know. What keeps pulling people back into the drama is how different the public image looks compared to the accusations and rumors tied to their past. For years, Steve and Marjorie were presented as one of entertainment's strongest couples, giving relationship advice and showing off a successful family lifestyle. But critics online continue pointing at the old allegations, the custody battle, and the timeline of events as proof that things may not have been as perfect as they appeared on television. Even now, the debate around their relationship still sparks reactions every time old interviews, court claims, or social media posts start making rounds again. The situation became even more controversial once old clips and interviews started resurfacing online. People began digging through past statements, trying to compare timelines and figure out exactly when Steve and Marjorie's relationship truly became serious. That only pushed more attention toward Mary's claims and reopened conversations that many thought had already faded away years ago. Some critics also questioned how Steve built such a strong public reputation for giving relationship advice, while his own past relationships remained surrounded by drama and accusations. Online commenters pointed out that fans often focus on the polished image shown on television without paying attention to the complicated stories connected to his marriages and family history. At the same time, supporters of Steve and Marjorie argue that rumors on the internet have grown far beyond the facts, and that many claims repeated online were never fully proven. Still, every time the story starts trending again, it pulls people right back into the debate over loyalty, fame, money, and what may have really happened behind closed doors. What makes this story stick with people is how personal and emotional the fallout became for everyone involved. Mary has continued speaking publicly about feeling betrayed after years of supporting Steve before his career reached massive success. In her view, she helped build the foundation for the lifestyle and fame that later surrounded him, only to feel pushed aside once everything changed. Meanwhile, Steve and Marjorie moved forward with their marriage and built a powerful celebrity brand together through television appearances, business ventures, and social media. To many fans, they became the image of success and luxury, but critics online still bring up the old allegations anytime conversations about their relationship start trending again. The internet especially reacts to the contrast between Steve's role as a relationship advisor and the accusations tied to his past marriages. Some people see growth and redemption, while others believe the unresolved drama still says a lot about what happened years ago. Either way, the story continues getting attention because every side believes their version of events tells the real truth. Even after all these years, people still debate whether Mary was unfairly treated or whether the full story is far more complicated than what the public has seen online. Social media keeps reviving old interviews, court discussions, and rumors, turning the situation into one of the most talked about celebrity relationship controversies connected to Steve Harvey's name. For some viewers, the biggest issue is not even the cheating allegations or the messy divorce. It is the idea that someone who stood beside Steve during his hardest years later felt erased from the success they helped support. That part of the story continues to connect with people who believe loyalty and sacrifice should matter when fame and money enter the picture. At the same time, supporters of Steve and Marjorie believe they have moved on and built a successful life together despite years of criticism and gossip. But no matter how much time passes, the internet never seems ready to let the story fully disappear. Every resurfaced clip or statement keeps the conversation alive and pulls new people into the drama again. But what do you think about this whole situation? Do you believe Mary's side of the story? Or do you think there's more happening behind the scenes that the public still does not know about? Share your thoughts down in the comments. Do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with others who have been following the drama. See you in the next video.